Did y'all see how Zach reacted once Pam said that Karen was dead? He said, I gotta go to the salon. He left. And I said, oh my goodness, this one to be some mess. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review with Life with Chester. This was Tyler Perry Sister Season 6, Episode 3. Okay, so look, they say the best part for last. Because I was like, ooh. But why with Pam, my thing is, Erin just told you not to call her mama. So I wonder if she called her mama too. She done went and told Andy and everything. And they had a spoiler picture showing Pam at, I think she was at Andy's desk though, talking to her about something. But yeah, they had a spoiler picture. But yeah, she was like, I'm just going up here to see my associate Pam. They was like, Pam, yeah, from the salon. Then she was like, look, I skipped over it. Well, let's start from the beginning, y'all. Cause look, that part, I was like, that was the best part. But yeah, Pam makes it to the salon and everything, and she wants to see how bad it is, but you know, they not letting her in because it's a crime scene. And they were saying how they found the body, they waiting on the corner and everything. Excuse me. And I was like, okay, usually they only say that when when the person is deceased, right? I was like, so it had to be the Jennifer lady, right? Like the spoiler said, but I don't know. But yeah, Aaron shows up. Pam want to call Karen's mother. Aaron want to wait to be sure that it's her. So Aaron start blaming Pam. Said she did a half a word job. It was her responsibility. She never take anything seriously. And Pam's like, I can't believe you blaming me. I said, well, technically, you know, if it is your fault, I mean, regardless if she caused the fire or not, it's still, she should learn how to turn off the equipment. Wait, what is Pam? Is Pam an assistant or what? But Karen, being the owner, did give her excuse me. Pam being the owner did give her the responsibility to turn it off and send the video. So technically, regardless, it would be her responsibility. But if Jennifer the one came in, which I'm thinking so, because on the trailer again, they show Aaron and Karen talking, and he's like, you know, I still love you, right? And all that. But yeah, and also we know Karen gonna make it anyway. They doing all this, but we know Karen gonna make it because she's telling the girls, I just lost everything and everything. So, but yeah, Aaron blames Pam. She leaves, and we know where she went. She went to Andy's office or whatever. But they say that part for last. Zach's worried about Michael. That's his son. Y'all finally learned his name. But he's worried that his son being mistreated and everything. And it's like a flashback to his childhood. And I was like, oh, hopefully they get custody though. They decided to go early instead of the time that Heather said. I said, now we know why Heather said come that time, because she knew that dude was gonna come. She knew that dude was gonna come. But I like that Zach and Fatima are on good terms on here, because you know it's a team when they beefing and they into it every other day. But Bio comes to see Sabrina. She says she thinks that they gonna fire her, and that's what I said in the YouTube short. I said, didn't they already reveal that her and Maurice had already got fired? I could have sworn. Look, they forgetting what they wrote again. But yeah, I think so. But yeah, Bio was talking to her, and she was like, she thinks they gonna fire her, and he basically telling her not to worry. He could help her with that. He said he could help her double whatever she has, so she won't have to think about working ever again. Something about teaching her what to invest in, and she was telling him that she likes to work and everything, you know. But yeah, I want to wait. I want to see. I want to see if she actually ends up with him, or if she actually ends up with Calvin, or who. But Fatima told Andy she'll never be as good as her, and Andy told her she'll be better and everything. So she's trying to encourage her to finish school, because Fatima also wants to be a lawyer. I think they said that on Fatima, that she wanted to be a lawyer too. But Fatima starts. I thought she was about to talk about Zach Child, but she brings up that they haven't set a date yet. They haven't set a date yet, and Fatima still seems like she afraid. Like she afraid to really let her guard down fully for Zach. And I don't think. I think it's partially to do with his baby mama drama, and the other half is about Ian and what he did and who he wasn't, or the promises he made or didn't keep or whatever. I think it's more so about Ian than Ian than anything. Excuse me. But Tamara, Fatima notices that Tamara done popped up, and she's bringing Hayden lunch, and Fatima's starting to see that. Look, Zach talking about some. You want to jump her? He's I don't hit women, but we could jump her. But Fatima's starting to see that this lady is not as reliable as she thought. But what's she gonna do about it? I don't know. And I was like, okay, does Hayden know? Is he on to her? Like, did Gary find out information or what? Because I know they said that he's supposed to try to help him get out of an arrangement, but I don't know. But yeah, she don't listen. Tamara don't listen. She brought him lunch. Hayden wants to take Tamara to Miami. He got a business to handle there, so he's telling her like, "Come on, he'll get new clothes and everything." And I say, "Yeah, he gonna figure it out. He might get that call. Gary might give him that call and everything, and let him know who she is, or maybe her name. Is that even her real name? Is Tamara even her real name, or what?" But yeah, Jonah's ex comes to the airport and she apologized to Danny, but Danny was giving her a hard time. She apologized to her for how she acted and how she treated her, and she tells Danny to be careful because Jonah is crazy and he out of jail. And she was like trying to get her, trying to find out like how she know that, and she was like he always calls any times and try to blame the woman. And I just had said, I said, how she know? I said that on the YouTube short out there. I said, how does she know that he about all this? But apparently she still be talking to him. She still pick up, but she make it seem like, it's just for the sake of the child. But she said how she didn't know, he was crazy before she got the child with him. And I said, okay, I'm sure he done did. They said, matter of fact, because didn't Fatima look into him and he had a long history of abusing women and everything? Why? I got a question. Because I was just talking about this with somebody. Why do they look over or overlook abusers and let them out? Like those, I feel like it's some crimes that's lesser than that and they be serving time, but the people who abuse women and children, dog, excuse me, the people who abuse women and children, they get out. They get out. I was just having that conversation. I was like, well, how he get out of jail so fast? That's messed up. But Hayden and Tamara make it to the airport, and he started tripping because he was like, it's not no what did he say, a private area or something, and everything. And I said, look, Hayden finna get a shock. I wonder if he already knows or what, or if he gonna find out. Gary and Andy talk. They talk, and he wants to take her out to dinner and everything. And this man done had this lady come basically serenade her and sing "Have You Ever" to Andy. I said he always trying to pull something. Remember when he had them fake cops come sing to her? I said he always doing it. And she was like, "Oh, this kind of sweet." I said, Andy's so gullible. I said, she's so gullible. But Aaron calls Gary, tells him he needs him and everything. So he ends up coming at the end of the episode. Maurice at the hospital, confronting Q. And I said, now why would you go anywhere near him? Then on the preview, like what I was saying about Logan being back and Q telling him you need to go arrest Maurice and everything. And he's talking about, so you my witness. You're my witness. Why would you trust? If you know he the one who did it, there shouldn't be no deal on the table. I'm sure them cameras prove that he's the one who robbed the bank, but somehow he got a bogus confession out these folks. And Maurice was basically confronting him. And I was like, he should have stayed away from him. Hopefully this don't work against him. But I feel like they gonna end up proving, either they gonna end up proving it or he gonna feel guilty, but I don't know if Q will ever feel guilty. Maurice tells Q no one would ever be good to him like he was. They both made solid points. They both made, when they was discussing it or whatever, I said they both made solid points because Maurice was telling him about, nobody ever going to treat you the way I did. I welcome you in my home. Sabrina didn't do this and all that. I said, that's a solid point. But Q said, he said, I'm a snake. He said, what you expect from a snake? A bite. And I said, you got a point there. I said, you right. When you right, you right. When you right, you right. Because if you a snake, I said, look, you can't be shocked. You can't be shocked when a snake does what a snake does. So I was like, he got a point. But Maurice kept talking about how good he was to him. Q talk about they can get off. Y'all can get off, basically, but he wouldn't be able to because he got a record. And I said, and he said, what he said? He would be locked up forever. I said, but you did it. Like, you talking like you didn't do it. You did it. It doesn't matter. You knew that before you did it. You knew that before. I think this, I keep saying it, and I'm going to say it again. I think the storyline with Q would have been better if it had been Alonzo, who he was on the phone with that day when he first pulled out that weapon on Maurice. But yeah, he's talking about something. He'll be locked up forever and all that, and he don't care. He ain't got no heart and all this, and people don't care about him. And I said, but he showed you. Calvin showed you. They welcomed you into their home, and this is what you did. This is what you did. But so Maurice sees that he ain't getting through to Q, and I think Q could kind of tell that he was trying to get a confession out of him. So he kept on avoiding it or acting like he didn't do this and do that. Talking about how he didn't know that they didn't rob the bank. How you didn't know that they didn't rob the bank? You robbed the bank. What is you talking about? Talking about, how did I know that? Because you did it. You did it. What you talking about? But yeah, after Maurice sees that nothing is working, he's not getting through to him. He threatens Q, so he gonna have him off. I said, now what if he still? I don't know how he would have got out that hospital bed to get a little recorder, but I wouldn't say nothing around Q no more. Didn't you learn your lesson? Didn't you learn your lesson not to say nothing around him that he records you? I said he over here threatening him and everything, and he acting scared. Talking about you shot me and all that. I said, well, technically you tried to get him, and y'all got to tussle, and that's how that happened. But you know. But it does look like intimidation. Like I said, now we see Logan again. It's going to look like intimidation because he's in the hospital. And he's like, because you were my witness and all that. Zach and Fatima make it to Heather's house. The neighbor, and they see Michael outside, the little boy outside. So the neighbor says she done called child services 4 times on Heather. And Zach upset because of how, Michael living and it's reminding him of his childhood. And so then, they go in and they see, and the dude came in. He completely ignored the fact that Fatima and look, you know how some people try to pretend when company over and stuff. This man came in somebody said, look, what did he say to the little boy? He insulted the little boy, told him he need to go take a bath and all that stuff. And then I can't remember who said I think the neighbor said she didn't know how old he was. And just was talking crazy to him. Zach, you could just tell Zach was about to go off. And he's like, who is you just talking noise and stuff? And Fatima started trying to calm Zach down. And I thought for sure Zach was going to go off. But Zay did good. Look, Fatima helping her. She helping him. He stayed calm. But dude was talking about something. Heather finally said that's his father. And still, Heather insulted the little boy too. Somebody he's stealing diapers and all this other stuff. But the man talking crazy, talk about the next time Zach come back, better have the money. So Fatima talks to him outside, tells him they'll talk to Andy about getting custody because she like can't go back in there because they're gonna view that as kidnapping. I said right. Fatima wants to do things. I thought Heather was going excuse me. I thought Heather was going to snatch some papers back out of Zach's hand if he would have did something or continue on because she was getting offended because she was like, you just found out you was a father and you can't come in here running that. So I was like, she going to snatch the paper out of the hand like Karen did. Remember Karen said she wasn't signing no papers? I said that's what Heather was going to do too, but she didn't. But yeah, Fatima was coming down telling them they'll talk to Andy about getting custody. Fatima wants to do things the right way so, it won't backfire or, prolong things. Aaron said because they're not giving him answers. So, because Gary arrives and he's telling them the salon caught fire and all that stuff. And he wants Gary to get info because he said Gary got all type of connections. So that's when Gary makes the call. Then let me put this phone on charge. It's about to go dead. They showed Zach and them coming back to the office and Andy walking up behind them. Let me see if it's charging. Yeah, Andy walking up behind them, and they was like saying, "What you doing here?" And she was like, "She about to meet up with her associate Pam." I said, "Well, I guess she is an associate, but look." And then they're like, Pam for the salon and all that. And then they started trying to ask her what's wrong. She was like, it's a fire and all that. And then she was like, Karen. And they was like, Karen, what? They're like, Karen's dead. I said, now why would you tell them that? You don't know. He just told you not to say that. He told you not to say that not to call nobody. I wonder if she called Karen's mom too. But yeah, they said the synopsis says that Karen's feelings for Zach intensifies. I said, once she sees that he still cares. I said, look. He said, I'm going to the salon. He left his fiance. I said, wrong move, Zach, wrong move. I know you care about her. Of course you're going to care about her, but wrong move. So then, on the preview for next week's episode, look, he over here crying, look, hands on his knees, bent down, crying. I said, get it together, Zach. I said, you're looking real bad right now. Like, I expect you to be upset. I expect, especially, look, it's just so many reasons why I know he's going to be upset. But then at the same time, it's like, you got a fiance, sir. That's making it seem like you still got feelings for her. But I get it at the same time. Look, I'm conflicted. Y'all already know. I get both sides of things. I get why he's showing concern. And I get why Fatima would look at him sideways because you're doing the most right now. I don't know, y'all, but I'm ready for next week's episode. But y'all let me know down below what y'all thought of this episode. Stay tuned for more videos. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, deuces.